Hey guys, welcome to Scientific Brains Unite, episode 8. And today I'm back at my house in my dining room, going to bring to you an experiment about how milk and vinegar can make a plastic. Sounds weird, huh? Of course this is an original idea, but it's something that I saw and it fascinated me. So I have some items here. I want to go over what they are before we get started, and then we'll go through the process together that you can do at your house, because all this stuff is things that you probably have in your home. I would love for you to try it if you get the opportunity, and tell me about your experience. So I have a strainer, or also known as colander, some paper towels, milk. I believe it doesn't matter if it's half whole milk or 2% or 1% or fat-free. I have some white vinegar. I have a cutting board just for a hard surface so it doesn't get on all over the table. I have some cookie cutters. These are Adelaide's, and since we're getting close to summer, I picked a shark, a fish, and a dolphin. I have a measuring cup. I've already actually filled it up with 1 cup of milk and add some food coloring just for look purposes. I have measuring spoons. I have a tablespoon, teaspoon, a half teaspoon, and a quarter teaspoon. I have a stirrer, my food coloring that I used, and a bowl. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the microwave, and we're going to heat up our milk for 5 minutes at 50% temperature. So it goes to the consistency of what hot cocoa normally is, so about what you want your temperature of hot chocolate. So let's go on over there. Alright, so I'm going to open the microwave. I'm going to put my milk mixture in. I'm going to go here to cook power. I'm going to type in 50%. I'm going to hit start and then type in 5 minutes and begin. So we'll let that go and we'll check back on it in just a few minutes. Alright, let's take a look at our milk we got here. As you can see, it is bubbling. I'm going to be careful to get it out. You can see it here. I'm going to walk back over to the table. Follow me. Alright, I'm going to take my milk and I'm going to pour it in this bowl here. You can see the steam rising from it. I'm now going to add my 4 teaspoons of vinegar. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to mix. And it is working perfectly. You can start to see it separate. And those pieces that you see there are going to be what we call castings. And we're going to strain it. Alright, so what I did is I moved it back into the measuring cup so that I could pour it into the bowl. So I'm going to strain this out. I'm going to get the excess out. Alright, so you see I have my paper towels out. I'm going to take my mixture here and going to move it over. And you can see it kind of looks like sand or moon clay. And we're going to remove the excess liquid from it. clear my workstation just a little bit. And I'm gonna maybe not be able to make all these shapes just for the amount I have left over, but I'm going to start out with the shark here. So I'm gonna press it down and I'm going to cut it out. And you want to keep it inside the mold, and we're gonna leave it there for about 2 days to allow it to dry. So I'm gonna take the rest of some more of this, and I'm gonna kind of push it back together. And I'm going to press it down, try to mold it a little bit. See if I can get some more of this liquid out. And I'm going to do the dolphin next. And you can even take some more and you can take it and add it to it and mold it so it's a bigger shape if you would like. So I'm gonna try to make this dolphin full here. Press it down, get it so it's completely full. Remove the excess from the sides, and you can see how full it is. I'm gonna put it over here, and I think I'm actually gonna fill the shark up too, and we won't do the fish. We'll just do these two and see how they turn out. So I have my shark and my dolphin completed. I'm going to let them sit for a time period, about a day or two. After a day, we'll check and see how they are, and then we will see if they have hardened. If not, then we will check on, give them a little bit more time. So anytime you are doing any kind of scientific experiment, you always should clean up your area afterwards. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clean up and I will check back with you in at least 24 hours. So it hasn't even been a full day yet. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my results just so I can get this video out to you at the normal time. So here's the shark. You can see it is whole. The center is still pliable. The outside is harder than the inside, and that's just due to the needing of drying more. So I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit longer. So I would really encourage, if you do this experiment, to let it sit for a full 2 days. The dolphin is the same way, except for when I pulled it out of the mold, its tail came off, or at least the back side of the tail came off. So I would encourage a little bit longer on it. So let's talk about the science behind it a little bit, and then we will wrap this week up. All right, so the science behind it is you have the milk and the vinegar. The vinegar makes the milk break up into two different parts. It breaks the milk up into curds and whey. You may have heard the word whey, like whey protein, and they use that in protein powders. And the acid in the vinegar causes the protein strands in the milk to coagulate. You may hear the word coagulate when it comes to blood, where you have it to hold together or to bond together when you get like a scab. The curds are casein, and that is used lots of times in glue and also in plastic making materials. So that is the science behind it. So there is that chemical reaction there between the vinegar and the milk. So that's the end of this week's episode, and we'll see you guys next week.